Hello, guys. Welcome back to another series of our ongoing video tutorial on learning Python and Django in 1 hour. Uh, you may be asked that, oh, I promised that this tutorial will be 1 hour. Yes, it should be 1 hour. The part one is 1 hour. The part two will be 1 hour. So combined together will be 2 hours. But we have ensured that we have only discussed just important parts of every area. So today we will be coming to the part two of the whole thing, which is learning properly Django framework, which is a step uh, forward to learning how to do your own website development with Django framework. So here is where we'll be learning a whole lot how you can start your own journey, typically uh, writing a website software with Django. So we've talked basically on everything you need to know about Python. The few other things we've not mentioned are classes. You can read up about that. Classes, how you can install pips, how to import modules, which while we are learning Django together, we definitely push everything together. So sit back while we bring you everything nitty-gritty about learning Django framework. But before time, kindly click on the notification button to subscribe, like, and share this video to get to people that needed it. And when we are dropping a video tutorial on this YouTube channel, you will be the first to get the notification. So let's get right into it. So what is Django framework? For every programming language, they have their own framework. Framework is like uh, a carton that are every tools that you needed, to work with to have success with your project. We've been talking discussing our Python in our previous part one video tutorial. If you've not been following this series, you can definitely look back into this channel to check all our previous discussion on Python. So we have been using individual tools just like a condition, such as variables, such as uh, modules, such as method, which is also known as functions, and all of that. Now, all of these things has been wired together to give you uh, a good startup. You don't have to manually declare everything you needed because so many developers have worked on Django to make it easy for everyone starting their web development to use. And Django is recommended because there is a lot of community base. First, let's follow the project outline. Yeah, Django framework is a high-level Python framework that enables rapid development of secure and maintainable websites. Yes, it follows the don't repeat yourself principle and encourage clean and pragmatic design. So dry method in most programming language, there's a particular terms or particular phenomena that we developer follows, which is don't repeat yourself. That is, you don't have to repeat a particular lines of code every now and then, you know, just for you to have a clean and efficient software or program. And what's the advantage of using uh, Django? Yeah, you have is a very fast development framework you can use. It allow you for a quick development because there are a lot of inbuilt features that you can definitely import or install via the pip command line. Is security. There are a lot of languages out there that have so many security issues and security breach, but that does not come easily with Django. Django is scalable, that is, it can do a lot of traffic and data, easily. And Django has a very large community base. For every programming language you'll be learning, one of the things you must look out for first is the community. When you have a language that have less community, it means when you have a problem, it is very difficult for you to find solution because the community base is very low. But Python and Django have a very large and vast user, which means when you have a problem and you head over to most forums on the internet, you have people expertise who have experience with decades using Python to help you out easily without frustrating your knowledge or what you've learned over the years. So Django is one of the language best fit for us as a Python developer to start with. Though we have other framework just like such as the Fast API, the Flask, the Sherry, and so many other framework, but we will be discussing majorly on Django on this guide. So let's watch it out. So that brings us right into it. How do you install Django and how do you set it up? So let's get to that terminal to get that done. So how we start a new project, on Django. As well we're writing all our Django work. So let's say Django web dev, just something like that. So let's get that done. Even though so the project has been created. So let's get right into it. We have our projects. Why we advise using PyCharm is because it helps a whole lot of beginner, to get started with. So next, here's the terminal. Let's go to the terminal. For you to start using Django, what you just have to do is run a simple pip command. Whatever you'll be installing, whatever we'll be using in Python or in Django, we'll be using pip. We did not want to create a separate class for pip tutorial, but pip, the command pip is the command for installing on Python and Django environment, just like we have npm install in JavaScript and um, Node, nvm, npm also on Node and other languages. For Python, we make use of pip. So to install Django, you just run pip install Django. That's all. You can definitely uh, install a Django version of your choice, but when you use the command pip install Django, it will install the latest Django version for you. So the installation is ongoing. While the installation is ongoing, kindly do not forget to click on the notification button to like and share and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Okay, let me pause this video while the installation is being done, and after it's done, I will start video again. Okay, so the installation is done. So every library you needed for now to get started with has been installed with that pip install Django command. So now next thing is you have to create a Django project. You have to create a Django project. What we created the other time, we were creating a project is just a folder that we houses all our codes and everything we'll be doing. So right now, we want to create a Django project. And how do we do that? Just run the command Django admin start project. Then the name of the project, let's say beginner web dev. Then this. If you make use of that period sign, it will ensure that folder is not created inside folder. It will be easier for you to deploy your project. So this will create the project in the root directory of Django web dev folder that we created initially. So you can see now Let me quickly explain this before we go to the next phase. We have the ASGI.py. This is used for deployment on server when we are ready to go live. Also, this is meant to, that's WSGI.py. It's for deploying on server, either if you are using a shared hosting or a dedicated hosting, virtual hosting. These two come in handy. Then we have the settings.py. This is where we will set up everything that has to do with this project's configuration, how it behaves, so many things that we will be talking about shortly. Also, we have the URL.py. This is where we control the URL, what user sees, and what app is being served and how it's being served. So now the next thing is we have to start a app for every Django project or Django work. There's something we call app. App is like a module. For example, you have an e-commerce website. On that e-commerce website, you have a customer, you have uh, the vendors, those who are selling on your e-commerce site, and we have the admin end. So the vendors have their own interface, the customers as well have their own interface, the admin have their own interface. All of these things should be or is advised to be in separate apps. So just like way of managing projects seamlessly without having it to module files, module every information together, that everything you want to do have their own app. Every interface, probably you have like 3, 4, 5 interfaces or relationship. That is, it will be having a session for so so so, a session for so so so. It is advisable you have different app controlling all of these things. There's way we can unanimously or unite all of this app together via the settings and URL, so that your app will be communicating as one, whereas they are all in separate apps that is easily manageable. So to start a app, all you just have to do is type Django admin start app. Then the name of the app, let's say, let's name this backend. Let's just name it backend. So that has been created for us, and this is it here. Right. So let's quickly explain everything here. This migration is where all of your migration data will be done. You will see what we mean by migration. Your migration means while you are trying to save something on the database, while you are trying to call some information on the database. These are what keep a cache record of what you are doing for easier mobility or deployment on the server. We have the views. Views is majorly where you write your code, how files are being handled, how routes are being handled. You can definitely create another file here that does the same function as view, but we will make use of view for now. Test is just for you to test your app if you are trying not to go live yet. Module models. This is where we write our database code, the table. For you to come this point, if you do not know anything about MySQL and database migration, we will do our possible best to. You actually do not need to know that here, but it is advisable you have a knowledge of how databases work. Databases like MySQL, Postgres, MongoDB. On this project, we will be making use of uh, SQLite. Yeah, so this is where everything that has to do with our databases are being saved, are being called, and are being referenced. So we have apps. This is what holds the configuration of this particular app right now. That is particular interface right now that you can actually work with. Majorly, you do not have to do anything here. This is how this will be. Admin.py. This is where also Django help us with an admin end, where we do not most time do not need to create another admin or separate end where we can definitely reference our admins, our database, and register our database with the admin interface. All of this you get to know shortly as we move on. So the next thing we have to do is for us to create a super user. A super user is an admin account. A super user is a what? Admin account. So let's say Python. Now the command will change. Python manage.py. This manage.py is the runner modules that help you coordinate every of your requests. So there are a lot of code there. You don't have to touch anything there. You have to, for now, you don't have to touch anything there. But this manage.py is like a relay that collects your command, then relates and help you do it or do whatever you requested of it. So manage Python dot. So, well, yeah, we are here to make a migration. So what we just have to do is make a migration Python manage.py, make migrations. First thing, then Python manage. Just follow every command. You get to know them in details as we move on. Migrate. So all of these are predefined databases that come with Django. So we have done the migration. That's that for that. So to the next phase. The next phase is for us to register URL. This app URL, which is backend, we have to register it. We have to register it with the settings. But before that, let's try to start our server first. Let's start Python.py. Do not worry if you are confused at this stage, it's normal. But just follow attentively what I'm doing now. I will still give you introduction to most of these things, and as we discuss ahead, I will make a clear explanation of most of these things, but just follow what I'm doing right now. Run server. Now when we run the server, here is where we can find out if all our installation are properly done. So when you see this, congratulations, you have successfully installed Python, Django Python on your system, and you are ready to work. So in the next video tutorial, we'll be talking. Oh, sorry, you may not be seeing my screen. Let me share my screen with you. Let me share my screen with you. So if you successfully see this after clicking on the link on the terminal, then you have successfully installed Django. So you are ready to go along with the series of the Django for web development and everything. So majorly the command we run here are: we first run the command to install Django, then we run the command to create Django projects, then we run the command to start app. After running the command to start app, then we run command to migrate all the databases that has been predefined for us by Django. After running the migration, and we now run Python manage to run server. So these are major steps you need to take for now. And if anything goes wrong in course of your installation, you can drop here the comment section. I will be right here to attend to any of your requests. So if there's anything you need to know, definitely let me know. So kindly click on the notification button, subscribe button to share, likes, and Google algorithm to push us and push this video for those that will be needing it. So I see you in the next video. Thank you.